everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Dylan here. We have a major update today about Katie Porter that you do not want to miss. This is the liberal Democrat candidate trying to run for governor in California to replace Gavin Newsom. This is basically the female version of Gavin Newsom at this point. And we now have a huge humiliation of Katie Porter that we will be diving into today. So we're going to dive in, but before we do, we're going to read scripture and pray because God comes first. Amen? Comment the word amen in the comment section if you believe that God comes first in your life. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Amen. That's from Hebrews 11:6. And let's pray that all of us continue to seek God, even in the most difficult moments in our life. And my brothers and sisters, congratulations to everyone who has begun investing in the stock market under President Trump. The stock market has been absolutely soaring under the leadership of Donald Trump. We now have a totally free offer linked below, or if you're watching this on your TV, you can take out your phone and scan this QR code. And I also created a free investing tutorial for you to watch as well. And don't worry, you don't need a lot of money to get started. You could literally get started with just a couple bucks.
Last night, there was a debate for the
This is Devory Darkins.
California governor's race, and Katie Porter absolutely imploded on the debate stage. And at the same moment, across the country in New York City, a riot broke out in front of a Manhattan synagogue. And what does Mondani have to say about that? Well, in both these stories, we'll get into it, show you exactly what happened. Let's start with the debate. Take a look.
So, Congresswoman Porter, your thoughts on the idea of funding health care for undocumented immigrants statewide?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes, and
that's, by the way,
free healthcare for illegals? Free healthcare for illegals? What about free healthcare for the citizens?
what I think Californians deserve as answers to these questions, Alex.
And for critics who say that we can't afford it, what do you say to that?
We can't afford to have people who are sick, who are making the rest of us sick. When anyone doesn't have care, the rest of us are at risk. When people don't get vaccinations, when they don't go to the doctor, they wind up in the emergency room. They cause longer lines for the rest of us. They make our healthcare system, they push it to the brink. And that was exactly where we were.
Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it?
When we expanded healthcare and health coverage to make sure that everyone can be healthy.
I agree with Katie Porter that, yes, people are going to get sick. They're going to show up to the hospital and they're going to need services. But the problem is we have an influx of illegal aliens flooding the system. And because people, I guess, have fatal empathy at the state legislature in California, including the governor, they don't mind kicking out the money for all of that. The problem is the math doesn't add up. As you can see here on the screen, California is facing a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit, partly driven by surging Medi-Cal costs, which account for roughly 40% of the state budget and 20% of general fund spending in FY 2027.
This whole campaign, this whole thing for Katie is just a huge embarrassment campaign, really.
The projected $3 billion deficit is linked to rising healthcare spending, federal funding reductions, and the need to cover 14.8 million Medicaid enrollees. And that's why the question was very smart that they asked, because essentially, who's going to pay for it?
Yep.
Congresswoman Porter, you recently put out an email, a fundraising email with the subject line, F Trump. And you're not censoring it like I am right now. And you went on to say, quote, "That's right, F Trump. Together, we're going to kick Trump's ass in November." Will F Trump be your guiding principle in dealing with the president?
When Donald Trump hurts California, as he has again and again, then I will absolutely stand up to him.
When has Trump hurt California? What are you talking about? Are you talking about him sending ICE in to get rid of criminals, murderers, rapists? Dude, California, the crime is out of control. Trump tried to help it, and you think he's ruining it? Give me a break.
100%. He has denied wildfire funding to disaster victims here in California. He has made it clear that he is seeking to specifically punish California in canceling green energy projects here that create good, high-paying jobs while he's allowing them to continue in other states. We absolutely have to be clear about the risk that Donald Trump presents to Californians and to our economy and to our ability to change California for the better.
I can't believe this person is real. It seems like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh, if he's going to attack California, yeah, F him.
The person who's actually been attacking California, it's not even a person. It's the governor and the legislator. They have passed policies that essentially has been an assault on the people of California. Not my opinion, by the way. Again, I continue to use Google just to search basic questions that I know are left-leaning, and it still makes my argument for me. Look at this. California's high cost of living is primarily driven by a severe housing shortage resulting from supply not meeting high demand. Why is that? Too much regulation. Environmentalists get in the way, so they can't build the amount of housing they truly need. Extremely high housing, utility, and fuel costs combined by high taxes and strict regulatory environments.
And housing shortage, too, making it a sanctuary state. All the people who shouldn't be in California, they have to live somewhere. And Katie Porter wants to give them free health care. That's incentivizing more people to come. That's going to worsen the housing crisis.
I just said creates a, quote, sunshine tax, making it one of the most expensive states to live. None of this has anything to do with President Trump. All right, let's go to this next clip. Chad Bianco, I think this is one of the best moments of the night from him regarding sanctuary cities. Take a listen.
Because they don't want to tell the truth. ICE agents are enforcing the law. And sanctuary state policy, Democrats forced ICE into our cities and streets and neighborhoods to find these criminals. And I want Mr. Villaraigosa to tell the mother of the 14-year-old in my county that is dead because of an illegal immigrant that had been deported 3 times because of DUIs that sanctuary state policy keeps us safe. I don't think she's going to agree with you. And the mother of my dispatcher that was killed is not going to agree with you.
Mayor Villaraigosa, do you want to respond?
If an undocumented worker killed somebody, he should go to jail. He should be prosecuted.
It's too late, don't you think? How about the 3 DUIs before that?
Finish?
No.
Or do you want to be the bully that you always are?
No,
You know, you're an oath keeper. We all know that.
And I'm very proud of it.
Well, you should.
I'm very proud of it. And guess what? You're going to swear an oath, and you swore an oath. You should know what you were swearing and be proud of defending it.
I don't think an oath keeper is qualified to be governor.
I don't think you know what an oath keeper is.
Let me answer the question. I said, if an undocumented person committed murder, they should be held accountable. They should go to jail. And you keep on saying that sanctuary prevents violent criminals from being turned over.
I said it prevents criminals.
As I said earlier.
I said it prevents criminals. Don't lie for me.
In fact, as I said earlier, thousands have been turned over since 2019.
Obviously not.
You see, that's the crux of the argument right there in this overall debate regarding sanctuary cities. One side wants to wait till they commit a crime, even though they've already committed a crime by being in the country illegally, technically. And the other side says, why are we waiting? We don't need to give them the opportunity to do unnecessary damage that's fatal to American citizens. They shouldn't be in the country to begin with. It makes total sense. Anyone with common sense, rather, agrees with that, okay? It's
really interesting. I actually really like this guy, Devori Darkins. Go check him out on YouTube. All right, so President Trump just came out to address the nation. Let's tune in.
I thought we'd be down maybe 20%, and we're up. The stock market's higher now than when we started this war. And I thought oil prices would go to $200, $250. It's at $100 now. And I think you're surprised, and I'm surprised. But even if it went to 200, it would have been worth it. I understood that. We had just set a record.
How amazing is that, my friends? The stock market is soaring under President Trump. If you want to learn how to begin investing, we have a totally free offer right now. You can click the link below, or if you're watching this on your TV, you can take out your phone and scan that QR code. Just download the app. It's totally free to get started. It's never too late, and who knows, maybe you can even learn so you can help your children or your grandchildren as well. Personally, I started investing and now my investments are up over $60,000. One of you guys even messaged me saying that you're up over $13,000. I believe this is the best time to start investing while Trump is president because he's the best leader and the stock market has been hitting record numbers under his leadership. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take it as your sign. It's totally free and I break it down easy for you. I even have a free tutorial that I created just for you. It's all in the description box or pinned in the comments. All right, guys, take a look at this. Katie Porter melts down on California governor debate stage. This is so entertaining to watch, my friends. Look at this. Abusive Dem humiliated live on air as host exposes her horrible behavior. So let's tune in. This is from the Megyn Kelly Show, guys.
Katie Porter is unhinged. She is emotionally unregulated, and I am here for it. She's our favorite. I mean, technically, we do want Steve Hilton to win. But if we cannot have Steve, we definitely want it to be Katie. Because if it's not Steve, let's face it, we'll be stuck with one of these Dems. Might as well be somebody who entertains us. From Porter blurting out, Donald Trump sucks, to very clearly trying to hold back tears. What was it about? Was it about homeless people? Was it about drug-addicted Californians? Was it about Californians who have been murdered by illegals? No, it was about herself. It was about her controversy over being emotionally unregulated and angry all the time. That's what broke her. Wait till you see this. She like you could hear the voice crackling. It was definitely a debate to remember. Mail-in voting is already underway in this contest for who's going to run California in the gubernatorial house. Gavin Newsom, term limited, and he's got to go. He may be all of our problem soon, and somebody's got to take over the role. The primary is June 2nd, and the top two candidates from this crowded field will go on to compete against each other in the general election. There are two very strong Republicans in the race. I mean, it's just a fantasy that both of them could be the top two, and that for sure that would lead to a Republican running California. But it's a fun fantasy. 7 candidates were on stage last night. According to the RCP average of all polls, Republican Steve Hilton is in first place, as he has been from the beginning. He's followed by billionaire Tom Steyer, a Dem, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco, a Republican, who's in third. In fourth place, former state attorney general and former HHS secretary to Joe Biden, Xavier Becerra. In fifth, former U.S. Representative Katie Porter. Keep an open mind, people. And then there's San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan. Former L.A. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa also made the debate stage last night, but he's only polling at 4%, so we don't really care about him. The top two vote getters, regardless of party, as I said, will advance to the primary. Well, in the primary to the general. And before the evening even began yesterday, Katie Porter was already making headlines. Okay, so when did all the stuff come out about her burning her husband with the mashed potatoes? It was like a year ago, right? Maybe my team can check me. When we came to realize that she was a very, very angry lady, and the videos surfaced of her, get the fuck out of my shot, and we started to really come to understand who she was. I mean, this happened with the staff member back in July of 2021, but I got to figure out when exactly it broke again and it all, came to our notice. Remember, it was during the contest of this race because she sat down with that one reporter and she's like, I'm calling it. I'm not going to sit here and for 7 follow-ups. And then that brought back up the July 2021 video of her berating a staffer. And so my point is simply, it's been all this time since the staff member thing happened, since the story broke, since she berated that reporter, all this time. And she's finally come around to the obvious fact that the only winning move was to make fun of herself. Okay, she's finally gotten that. But I regret to inform you, Sister Katie, it's too late. Now it just looks nakedly political because you put it in an ad too. Whereas you should have done it in the moment when the controversy was happening. You should have gone on SNL, this show, anywhere, and mocked yourself. I guess you could make the argument it's never too late, better late than never, but I have to be honest, I'm not feeling that. Maybe it's the execution. Okay, first, before we get to this, the moment on tape that she is about to make fun of herself for. This is the original sin, July 2021.
That we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems. And the state could lose get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to start again with electric vehicles saving us money. Perfect. Okay.
I mean, I've said before, I would not be happy if one of my team members got in my live shot and then tried to correct something I had said. It wasn't live, I think was the point. And this staffer thought she was saving Katie Porter from saying something dumb that was wrong in a pre-taped exchange. And clearly, Porter realized she could redo it, which she then did. But that moment has haunted her because it dovetails with all the other things that we've heard about her. You know, the Daily Mail did great reporting. By the way, this all was discussed and came out in October of 2025. They've done great reporting on, the fact that she was apparently abusive to her ex-husband. He accused her of dumping scalding mashed potatoes over his head. She can't control her emotions, my friends. So in any event, finally, we get around to whatever that is, October to now. And 8 months? And she's finally decided through her team that as she runs for the governor's position, the best way to deal with that is to mock it. You tell me whether she does that effectively in this ad.
I'm Katie Porter, and I'm not like most people who run for governor. I actually get what you're going through. A single mom of 3 kids, I know what it's like to push the shopping cart. My minivan has almost 200,000 miles. I have a grown kid who may soon be living on my couch. To give Californians what they need, it's going to take standing up to Donald Trump, calling out greedy corporations, and stepping on some toes along the way. Now, could you guys please get out of my shot?
Ha ha ha. Cue the hearty laughter by the people holding signs behind her. Okay. It's amazing that, just being a normal person, and she wants props for going to the grocery store. How is this a job qualifier? Don't you all go? I go to the grocery store. I probably have, more money than Katie Porter. I go. Most normal people go to the grocery store. And you're not special that you have a minivan either. I mean, ours is a Chevy Suburban, but it's a large vehicle to get around our kids. A lot of people have large vehicles to get around their children. She wants you to know it has 200,000 miles on it. Okay. I mean, great. That's good. I'm not sure it makes you qualified to be governor of California, but she's trying to draw a distinction between herself and Tom Steyer, who she's probably right, doesn't go to the grocery store and probably doesn't have that great a figure on, how much things cost, right? I get it. So, okay, that's one way in.
Wow, guys, how incredible is that? Now, let's get to the Rubin Report, breaking it all down. We got some crazy breaking news here, my friends.
I could go down the line. I don't even want to waste my time on this.
One of the loons, it's such a loony group of Democrats that are running for governor there. And keep in mind, Swalwell's gone. He's gone. He would have been on this stage, too. There is this loon, Katie Porter. And the question you'll see at first, you're going to see this guy, Antonio Villaraigosa. I don't even know much about him. It doesn't really matter. But the question really ends up with Katie Porter, admitting that she has been less than nice to some of her staffers.
That highlighted your opponent here, Congresswoman Katie Porter, threatening to cut off an interview with a reporter. That came after a video surfaced of her berating a member of her staff. If a senior official in your government acted as she did in those videos, would you fire them?
Yes.
And you've put out an ad of your own, now making light of that interaction that you had with your staffer.
That's not correct, Caitlin.
Which you said you apologized for.
That is not correct. The ad is about showing Californians what they've had a chance to see on this stage tonight and in every other debate stage that we've had.
Do you guys trust this lady at all?
which is that I'm able to take responsibility. I'm able to follow the rules. I'm able to say I'm sorry, and I'm able to do better. Everybody in California had a chance to see me on stage with that reporter in the last debate and see exactly how I conducted myself. Californians can decide for themselves about my temperament based on what they've seen here tonight. And if these boys bullying and bickering hasn't been enough to raise questions about their temperament, I would really challenge that. I have taken responsibility at this point hundreds of times, and that's appropriate because I made a bad decision and I treated someone badly. I apologized 5 years ago for it, and we worked together for 4 more years. What I haven't heard...
Did she pull a Ellen DeGeneres where she was being mean? She got caught being mean to the people that she was working with?
Is the people on this stage who have made other bad decisions and other mistakes and other failures of leadership. Not one of them, not one of these men have said in this entire campaign, I've made a mistake, not for not being able to account for undocumented children who wound up in child labor.
So what is this?
At least in a portion. Ask the
to be governor, and everybody's had a chance to see now in 3 debates how.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
All right, take a listen, guys.
Okay, so this crazy woman who she has a very like Elizabeth Warren style, like evil librarian thing. She's really, really nasty, and you may remember the video. We're going to show you a portion of it in just a second, where one of her staffers got into her shot while she was doing TV, and she yells, "Get out of my effing shot!" So anyway, she put up this ad where she kind of made fun of it, at least in a portion of it. Take a look.
Give Californians what they need. It's going to take standing up to Donald Trump, calling out greedy corporations.
Abolish ICE? What? That's what she's trying to do?
And stepping on some toes along the way. Now,
debt-free college?
Oh, could you guys please get out of my shot? And the state could lose. Get out of my shot.
Oh my gosh, I never even saw that video. Holy crap, that's what she's like?
I wanted to tell you that.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
Do you get it, guys? Do you get what they are? Like the bottom video there, that's the real her.
Definitely.
Get out of my effing shot. I'm the most important person, blah, blah, blah. And then they do an ad. And in the ad, it's get out of my shot. And then there's canned laughter. Everyone's like, ha, 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 ha. She told that person to get the F out of her shot. And now she's making a joke about it with us. What do I always say? Scratch a progressive.
Yeah, that's the real. I agree. Like, that's her candid. That's her when she didn't think the cameras were rolling. That's the true chick, you know? It's like, this is scripted. Oh, let's get makeup and lighting and this and that and audio and this. This is her when she didn't think the camera was on. Good. That chick is scary to me. And the fact that she's still trying to run is crazy. Like, she should just drop out, go move on, go work in the private sector. Why are you trying to be a public servant? Like, what motive does she have? Now, President Trump just came out to address the nation. Let's listen in.
The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom, and the rest of the world wants to see, is there any way they can make a deal? They've taken advantage of us for many, many years. For many years, we've been at the wrong side of the ball, and I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be unbelievable. The thing that people have to talk about, we're up almost to $7 trillion of investment coming into our country. And you'll see how it's going to turn out. Our country's going to boom.
How amazing is that, my friends? The stock market is soaring under President Trump. If you want to learn how to begin investing, we have a totally free offer right now. You can click the link below. Or if you're watching this on your TV, you can take out your phone and scan that QR code. Just download the app. It's totally free to get started. It's never too late, and who knows, maybe you can even learn so you can help your children or your grandchildren as well. Personally, I started investing, and now my investments are up over $60,000. One of you guys even messaged me saying that you're up over $13,000. I believe this is the best time to start investing while Trump is president because he's the best leader and the stock market has been hitting record numbers under his leadership. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take it as your sign. It's totally free and I break it down easy for you. I even have a free tutorial that I created just for you. It's all in the description box or pinned in the comments.
Watch this clip. This is another one that's running. She's my favorite because she's crazy, but she's my favorite. Go ahead, Rob.
I'm Katie Porter, and I'm not like most people who run for governor. I actually get what you're going through. A single mom of 3 kids, I know what it's like to push the shopping cart. My minivan has almost 200,000 miles. I have a grown kid who may soon be living on my couch. To give Californians what they need, it's going to take standing up to Donald Trump, calling out greedy corporations, and stepping on some toes along the way. Now, could you guys please get out of my shot?
You know the whole thing, could you please get out of my shot? You know what that is, right? Could you please get out of my shot? It's the clip when one of her staffers was, and she was actually asked about it. And she said, well, unlike others, I'm not perfect. I have made mistakes, but I talk about it. And that staffer and I, we ended up working together for another 4 years. I mean, I hope she stays on TV more and more because I love her.
The staffer probably had no choice. She was probably, or maybe she was like, stay with me, I'll pay you more. Or like, don't talk crap about me, I'll pay you more. I'm sure there was some deal made up there. She's like, protect me, protect me.
I'm go ahead, press play. She is a natural villain.
Get out of my fucking shot!
Don't you love this girl?
Wow.
That should be the ad. It should be the ad, and then she shows Steve Hilton. She shows the Republican
with the
candidate
shopping
like,
cart.
that's
Get
the
out
way
of my
to do
effing
it,
way.
lady.
And then at the gas station, I'm filling my effing tank.
Right.
You know,
and then, by the way,
let's just turn her into the avatar that
I have
she is.
so many.
She is crazy, guys. This chick is way worse than Newsom. I couldn't imagine somebody being worse than Gavin Newsom. Holy crap. Look at this one. Katie Porter says, sir, I don't need any lectures from you on being a mother. Chad Bianco says, you might. And then look at the death stare from Katie. This is hilarious, guys. She's clearly melting down. Yeah, she probably does need some mother advice. Take a listen.
Issue. Yeah, I mean, I think we ought to enforce the existing sanctuary laws everywhere so we don't have crazy cowboys taking the law into their own
Tell
hands.
that to a crazy mother who lost her child.
Sir, I don't need any lectures from you about being a mother.
Of course, you might. Okay.
I actually really like this guy so far. This is the first day I really looked into him, but he's funny. He seems smart. He seems way more of a down-to-earth guy than Katie Porter is. She seems super fake to me. She seems like she's trying to pretend, like, oh yeah, I'm a normal person. It's like, you're like a normal Karen. Like, you're that lady who like cusses out the manager because you couldn't get a deal on your socks, and then you like shoplift shoplift a t-shirt. I don't know. This chick just gives me weird vibes. Like, she looks like the chick you just don't want to talk to. Like, when I used to work at Starbucks, we used to have ladies like this come in all the time and yell at us because we didn't make their cappuccinos right. Like, I don't know. I just don't like her at all. What do you guys think about her? Democrat California governor candidate Katie Porter says it's illegal to arrest anyone involved in the stolen money from the California high-speed rail project. What is this? This is all going viral right now, guys.
It'll cost another $30 billion to finish California high-speed rail from Merced to Bakersfield. We've got the viaduct laid. We have overpasses. Do you finish it? Yes or no? Mayor Villaraigosa?
Yes.
Congresswoman Porter?
Yes, if you can build it faster and cheaper than it's been projected.
Okay. Sheriff Bianco?
No, I would rather arrest the people that stole our money.
All right.
That would be
See, that's a great response by this guy. That railroad project is a freaking joke. Cancel it immediately, dude. Oh, yeah, we can finish it. Yeah. Shut up, Katie. Holy crap.
People that stole our money.
All right.
That would be on brand for you doing things that are illegal.
No, stop spending taxpayers' money on pointless things and improve our roads, which are the worst in the country because of Democrat policies.
Mr. Steyer?
Yes, we need
Secretary of
Transportation. The slow-speed delivery of high-speed rail, no, but a high-speed delivery of high-speed rail, yes.
What does that mean?
That means we get...
So, I don't know. I think this guy is the leading Republican so far. But personally, I kind of like this guy, Chad Bianco. I want to look up the polls real quick. Who is the leading Republican for governor? Is it the Hilton guy or is it Chad Bianco? I know the polls are kind of like, okay, Republican Steve Hilton, they're tied with 18%. Hilton and Becerra tied, leading the pack. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have any good polls out yet right now. But I think after this debate, the Chad Bianco guy is going to be pretty high up because he seems really, really likable just in terms of talking. I think this is why the debates are good, though. For the Republican candidates, Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton, they are the only Republicans in the race. If they can earn the most votes for first and second place this June for the primary, a Republican will become California's next governor. However, what about all the Democrats writing 18 pages in the voter information guide so many that they're diluting the votes? Yeah, a lot of this is actually on ABC, KATV. So I think a Republican might actually win. I'm not. Chad Bianco 14% here. Steve Hilton, Chad Bianco, who do you guys prefer? Because so far, I don't know much about Steve Hilton, but based off of this video so far, I like the Chad Bianco guy the most.
The problem for Katie Porter is one of the reasons she's a single mom with 3 kids is because, again, according to the ex-husband, she threw those scalding hot potatoes at him and actually really burned him. This is what he alleged. Quote, he said that she went berserk. This is not yet a quote. He said she went berserk over the way he was preparing the mashed potatoes. I mean, that's the problem. Like, if you're not going to do them right, sir. And she snapped, according to him, quote, "Can't you read the fucking instructions?" He then said that Porter raised, quote, "a ceramic bowl of steaming hot potatoes and dumped it on my head, burning my scalp." I mean, that is extreme. Think of the number of times you've been really angry in your life. I mean, of course, everyone's been there, especially like people you're dating or whatever, your spouse. They can drive you to your last nerve if you have a deep disagreement over something. It can happen. Have you ever considered burning them? Like, she's not a well person, okay? All right, anyway, back to last night. Porter was asked about her new clever ad, and watch where she becomes emotional. It's not about anybody else who's suffering. It's about poor Katie.
Californians can decide for themselves about my temperament based on what they've seen here tonight. And if these boys bullying and bickering hasn't been enough to raise questions about their temperament, I would really challenge that. I have taken responsibility at this point hundreds of times, and that's appropriate because I made a bad decision and I treated someone badly. I apologized 5 years ago for it, and we worked together for 4 more years. What I haven't heard is the people on this stage who have made other bad decisions and other mistakes and other failures of leadership. Not one of them, not one of these men have said in this entire campaign, I've made a mistake. And what that ad is about, Caitlin, is about showing that I can laugh at myself, I can hold myself to account, and I have the fitness, the temperament, and the best ideas to be governor.
Okay, it doesn't work when you're explicitly telling us what the marketing managers wanted to convey. What that shows you is that I can laugh at myself, okay? It shows my sense of humor. No. You had to go with like what the message overall was supposed to be. It shows that I understand what real Californians are going through in a way the billionaire class up here does not. That would have been your answer, sister, but you can't do it because you're so wrapped up in your own head. All right. So she went from, mocking the moment where she berated the staffer, right? Gently mocking herself in the ad to nearly crying about it, because crying for herself, not for the staffer, to also claiming sexism, like in a matter of hours. Hold on, buckle up. This is why she has to win. Please, Californians, give us this gift. You gave us Kamala Harris, for which we're very grateful. Now you gave us Katie Porter, but if you don't vote for her, but vote for Steve Hilton. But like, if you can't bring yourself to, or Chad Bianco, he seems good too. Please give us Katie Porter. Now, to show what a softie at heart she really is, Porter talked about some of the freebies that she would very much like to offer as governor, like, of course, healthcare for illegals.
So, Congresswoman Porter, your thoughts on the idea of funding health care for undocumented immigrants statewide?
Yes.
Yes. And
that's, by the way, what I think Californians deserve as answers to these questions, Alex.
And for critics who say that we can't afford it, what do you say to that?
We can't afford to have people who are sick, who are making the rest of us sick. When anyone doesn't have care.
Yes, you heard that Republican Chad Bianco saying, yeah, they shouldn't be here. He's like, get them out. So is Steve Hilton. But she's like, no, keep them here and pay for all their expenses so that they don't get us sick. And you know what? I do appreciate, though, I have to say, once again, like I got a lot of mixed feelings about this, babe. She's like, do you favor healthcare for illegals? Yes. Thank you. I mean, she says it explicitly. God bless her. It's like I do have more respect for that than the pussyfooted, like, well, what I think is, and then like a long meandering non-answer by somebody who also feels yes, right? At one point, this same pair, Bianco and Porter, mixed it up on stage. Now, this was the exchange of the night. She was really big on like the sexism card. It was like this undercurrent. She was going to try to say, I am the woman. This is the subliminal. In her next debate, she's going to be like, the messaging of my last debate was that I was the woman and I was next to male sexists. You see, it works better if you don't put it totally on the nose, your strategy. But in any event, so that was the underlying current. I'm the woman. These are bully men. You are holding me to a higher standard than you're holding them to. They're doing the bullying and nasty behaviors right here on this stage, for which I've been called out for years for one video. By the way, it was way more than one, years ago. So that's not fair. And it's a double standard. That was sort of and she also was trying to telegraph, like, I can handle this. I can handle the scrutiny. And I just want it to be even amongst everybody. So can Katie Porter actually control herself, right? We saw her already break down. She couldn't get through that answer about herself and her controversy without clearly tearing up and the voice shaking. And here you're about to see her snap. This Bianco kind of kept needling her a little, and it worked. Watch.
I can't believe that on a stage with 30 minutes of interrupting and bickering and name calling and shouting and disrespect for everyone up here who's stepping into public service, that anyone wants to talk about my temperament.
You were actually interrupting them too. I don't know why you want to act like you weren't.
Oh, cowboy
Steve
up,
and
cupcake.
Steve and I.
Oh, cowboy up. Okay, which is it? We need to object when they interrupt us, or if you raise the fact that someone's interrupted you, you need to cowboy up. Pick a lane, my dear, because your messaging there is not exactly consistent. Maybe you need to cowboy up because you're the one who continues to raise their behavior and their interruptions on this stage. Which is it? Like, you can complain about it or you can't. Because all Chad Bianco was trying to say was, you've been interrupting too, which really isn't that big a slight. You know what I mean? Like, get it together. Pick a lane. That's all. Now, she's not dumb, this gal. She's, unhinged, but she's not dumb. When all else fails, as a Democrat, you know what to do. Attack Donald Trump.
Congresswoman Porter, what's your view? What's your response?
Donald Trump sucks. And I don't think that anyone who doesn't see that he is targeting and hurting Californians and won't stand up for everybody who is counting on them to be their leader and keep them safe has no business being governor.
Now, President Trump just came out to address the nation. Let's listen in.
We have the highest stock market in the history of our country by far, every single month. That's another thing he should camp. They like to demean that. The Democrats, well, that doesn't mean anything. That's just, no. That means jobs and it means 401ks.
How amazing is that, my friends? The stock market is soaring under President Trump. If you want to learn how to begin investing, we have a totally free offer right now. You can click the link below, or if you're watching this on your TV, you can take out your phone and scan that QR code. Just download the app. It's totally free to get started. It's never too late, and who knows, maybe you can even learn so you can help your children or your grandchildren as well. Personally, I started investing, and now my investments are up over $60,000. One of you guys even messaged me saying that you're up over $13,000. I believe this is the best time to start investing while Trump is president because he's the best leader and the stock market has been hitting record numbers under his leadership. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take it as your sign. It's totally free and I break it down easy for you. I even have a free tutorial that I created just for you. It's all in the description box or pinned in the comments.